Hi, it's longtime distributor Don Sanders with Don Sanders Marketing and the sales training website sellpromoproducts.com. I want to talk to you about the need for targeted mailing programs. But before I do that, just for those of you that don't know me, I want to let you know why I think that I can talk to you about this subject. I've been a distributor for a long time. I've sold more than $24 million worth of product at a 43% profit margin. I did this to make money, not to spite my competitors or take orders away from them at lower margins. I have written a lot of articles for industry publications, more than 250 of those. I've won 2 Pyramid Awards from PPAI. I am a speaker at regional shows and also at different larger shows. I've produced 2 films for PBS and written some books, etc., etc. But my main thing I do is I own a sales training website, sellpromoproducts.com. I am still a distributor. I sold over $100,000 a month for 96 months in a row. I don't sell that much anymore because I spend my time training distributors. So again, I am a distributor, but I am also a sales trainer. Now, targeted mailing programs are necessary because you always need to be turning prospects, people that might buy from you, into sales appointments, because you never know what's going to happen, because you don't want what happened to me to happen to you. I had all my eggs in one basket at one time. Even after I had been doing this for years and thought I was really sharp at this, I turned around and had too many of my eggs in one basket. That meant that I was doing too much business with one customer. And that customer was the Dallas Times-Herald. At one time, there were 2 major newspapers in Dallas, the Times-Herald and the Morning News. I did most of the promotional items for the Herald, more than $200,000 a year at that time, maybe 250. It was 40% of my business. In 1991, I picked up the Times-Herald that came that morning and I opened it up and it said, "Goodbye, Dallas." That meant the Times-Herald had been sold to the Dallas Morning News. So right there, 40% of my business went out the door. I was fired. All orders were canceled. In fact, I had 3 orders in house with them right then. I had $4,100 made on, and I was eliminated as a vendor. Needless to say, I was in shock. So quickly, I had to figure out how was a good way that I could replace that volume, and how was I going to be able to get the amount of counts that I needed to make that happen. So I decided to design a return card and gift program. If you'll look on the screen right there, you'll see a bounce back card. It says to win and keep customers at a faster clip. When it is unfolded on the right, you see there's a pair of scissors. There was verbiage. Then there was a pair of scissors in a custom made woodcut box, not made out of wood, but made out of cardboard. Look at such. If I sent you the card and you returned it, your gift is going to be that wood box or wood looking box with those scissors. I employed this program, and after a year, I had gotten 25 customers that did more than $10,000 a year for me. So it actually worked on returning what I had lost. Now, I couldn't do this program by myself, so I hired students. I live next door, close to SMU. I hired junior and senior marketing students to come to my house. Today, you don't have to do that. You can do this over the internet and by phone. They built mailing lists for me, like these happy students on the screen. Those kids were, let's not say good kids, but young people were more than willing to work, getting experience at a marketing company to put on their resume. They were chipper, they were nice, they did what they were supposed to. They built mailing lists for me. In other words, what they did is they built industries into specific groups, specific prospects. We would have funeral homes in one group, trucking companies in one group, accountants in another, et cetera, et cetera. Then they would call and determine the contact. Who was the marketing director of that company? Who would we be mailing the card to? Then let's say we took funeral homes. We had 25 funeral homes. On Monday, let's say one week, they would mail my bounce back card to the funeral directors or funeral marketing people. Usually I'd get back 1 or 2 by the next Monday. There'd be 23 left. I would turn around and mail the 23 who hadn't responded with a card again. I'd get 1 back, so there would be 22 left. Mail them again, and then I would usually get 1 back again. So if I mail 25 cards to a group of prospects, 25 people, 3 times like that. I usually got back 3 or 4. That's where I came up with my prospects, and then I would go visit with them and take them their scissor box and their gift, or that was their gift. Now, that program cost me $16,000 to do. I decided that was too much to replicate that, so I decided I would design my own cards, which I did here. This is not the actual card I used. It's one that I did for a distributor that wanted to pick up some business up in Fort Collins, Colorado, but I helped him design this. This is one that if you return the card, you get a 2-gallon tin of popcorn. A lot of people like popcorn. The key to this is getting gifts or things that people want, so they'll return the cards. So I made this easy. I also did these offering Howard Miller clocks, Schaefer pens, American flag caps, etc. I tried to make the gifts germane to what people wanted, but this is a card that I designed simply that did not cost as much as the one that I showed you with the scissor box. Now here's one that I did for a rep who was looking to do the same program. He offered a 4 gig flash drive. This was a few years ago when 4 gig flash drives were very popular. Now they're just mundane because their flash drives are so big. But at the time he did this, people sent these cards back frequently because they wanted that 4 gig flash drive. Now, the cards don't have to be that ornate as long as you use a hot product. So they're very simple with a hot product. I had another distributor I helped. This was years ago when these USB memory pins came out. They were just really popular. Everybody wanted them. So this is the card that this distributor, World Class Promotions, put together. Same thing. Hired the students, mailed the cards, got the returns, and then went out and delivered the gift. And if I was going to do this today, power banks are very popular, and solar powered chargers, because people would love to have those things. You send these out, they're going to want to have them and will return the cards. Now, that's been a little bit longer than I wanted to go on about this, but here's how you contact me. There is my cell phone if you want to call, my email address, and remember, don't give up prospecting and mailing. Don't be like me and put all your eggs in one basket. I hope this has been helpful. If I can ever help you with anything, please let me know. Thanks for listening.